had to DM one of my mods. I was like, yo, can you make a command for my stream real quick?
Hey everybody! Thanks for jumping in. Hi Lucas, hi Sputnik, hi Gunny, hi Sampo if you're staying around. Thank you guys so much. I believe we are live on both channels. Possibly.
Yes.
And I do have a link if you guys would like to watch both of our channels, because we do have different setups. Come check us out here on the multi-Twitch link. You'll be able to see my stream and Dima's stream as well.
Yeah. Copy that.
And you'll also be able to see the different like chat boxes. Like you'll be able to flip through them. Hey Chrono, welcome in.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Let me get this up.
Hey Sarens, welcome. Thanks for jumping in.
Hey, on my side, how's the audio? A bit better? Thanks. Okay.
Hey my vote. Oh, can you guys hear the background music okay? Is it too loud? How does Dima sound? Is he too soft? Too loud?
Ooga booga. I hope I sound too loud. I want to be loud and scary.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Awesome. You guys are fantastic. Yes. I believe Stream Elements will be letting you guys know to use the multi-Twitch link. If you guys have any questions that you want me to answer, we'll be taking them from Dima's chat just because it's a little bit easier to stay organized if it's just in one place. But you'll be able to see both of us, and I'll be able to track chat as well.
Of course, of course. Alright, without further ado, welcome everybody, my name is Dima, and this is my Delve, a little talk show where we jump into the cave of a streamer's mind. Today we have Hema. Go on and introduce yourself for my stream.
Hey everybody, my name is Hemafu. I also go by Princess. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch. I've finished games like Final Fantasy X and X-2 on stream. I also play games like Jump King, Getting Over It, and most recently we were playing Celeste just last night. It's nice to meet you guys.
Amen. So Hema, we'll start off with the first and what I would consider the hardest question. Who are you? Who is your VTuber specifically?
Who am I? Okay, sorry. I was just thinking of that movie where I go, who am I? Well, I don't think a lot of people know this because I haven't really shared my lore. So if you guys are here, welcome. This is a secret. I used to be a doggy. That's why I love dogs so much. And I have been reborn many times. I've had a lot of owners, been in a lot of different living situations. And then one day I was like digging around and then I found like this really tasty looking treat. I don't know, it could have said tasty treat or it could have said don't eat. I'm a dog, I don't know how to read, so I ate it and then it like hurt my tummy, right? So then I just took a nap and when I woke up, I became a human girl and I was like, what the heck is this? What are thumbs? And I'm like 2 times bigger now. And then, you know, I found out about, you know, streaming and I was like, I can meet so many people and I just love talking to humans, you know? So that's me. That's who I am. I mean, what about you, Dima? Could you introduce yourself a little bit to my viewers?
Sorry. Before I introduce myself, I remembered a video of this dude like pointing at his pug who just like stole his I think it was a pizza slice. He's like, "How the hell you steal my pizza? You don't got no thumbs." And the dog like just smugly looked away.
I love dog videos. They're so great.
They're the best. For me, I'm Dima. I don't have lore. I'm a secretary. I manage a few VTubers and I do interviews. Honestly, that's about it. I'm not a lore fanatic, and I don't want to do lore until Dima 2.0 comes out. So, yeah, I'm just a very organized-looking guy who has no idea what's going on most of the time.
I mean, that makes sense. But I'm really excited for Dima 2.0.
I am too. It looks real nice.
Soren said thumbs are pretty cool. Hard to stream without thumbs. Absolutely hard to hold a controller without thumbs. Impossible unless you are a human.
I don't know about you guys. If I didn't have thumbs, I could still play 14 perfectly fine.
Wait, don't tell me you're a clicker. Are you a clicker?
No.
Okay. I
use keyboard.
Okay. I don't understand how clickers work. Like, one of my static members is a skill clicker, and I'm like...
That's terrifying. I would...
Right?
Ew. You gotta have way too much API for that. And yeah, my chat's saying, like, you can always play my rhythm games without thumbs. Like, literally, I just need 2 or 3 fingers. Doesn't have to be my thumb.
Yeah, but I can say, as a human, my hands are a lot more dexterous than when I used to be a dog, you know. Paws are great. You can, you know, walk on any surface and it'll protect your feet, hands and feet, but it's just this big lumpy thing, and the toes are short, the beanies are soft, and you can't do much. Not at all.
I could imagine. So, here's a good one. What got you the idea of making your name Hemafu on Twitch?
So Hemafu is actually like a really old like gamer tag of mine. One of my friends had gifted me this plushie. It was like this tofu shaped plushie that was sunflower themed, and for me I was like, what's the best, like, and then I was thinking of a, you know, tag to like create some, I don't know, like game or login or whatever, and then I was like, oh, I looked at this plushie and I was like, well, sunflower in Japanese is himawari, and tofu is obviously tofu. So it's a mashup of sunflower and tofu. And then just over the years, it just became Hemafu, you know?
Sunflower tofu.
And yeah, so and then it just stuck. And it's a unique name, so I find that most websites have that available.
I feel that.
Yeah. Someone said in my chat, that's genius. Would have never thought. More lore.
I would not have, I wouldn't have guessed. I was thinking like maybe that was an old OC or maybe a character on 14.
No. Literally sunflower tofu.
Delicious sunflower tofu.
I know, right? I still have it. That plushie is actually, I put it in the back window of my car because I drive a like Toyota Corolla, okay? And in like Southern California, where there's a ton of Asian people who also have white cars like me, I see my car everywhere. Like, legit. My car is everywhere. So the only way I can tell it's my car is I can see the back, like, has that plushie staring out. And then I hang, like, another, like, ponyo, like, small ponyo plushie from my, like, mirror. And that's how I can tell it's my car. Otherwise, I'd be looking for my car in the parking lot for, like, hours.
That sounds awful. Oh, no. God. So, this is a question I didn't actually send you. Who's your model maker?
My model maker? It's me!
Oh.
I like how people are always like, oh, did you buy your model? Who did you commission? And no, guys, I just used a free software. Okay, if there's one thing you guys need to know about me, is one, I'm super cheap. And two, I will make life more difficult for myself if I can get things for free. Cause your gal's a poor bitch, okay?
Honestly.
But yeah, I used Vroid Studio, which is a free program. You can, like, what it is it gives you this base template of a 3D model, and you can choose male or female. And then from there, it's literally just like a character creation screen for an MMO, but with like 100 more sliders. So
God.
So I just messed with the sliders a little bit. I messed with, like the hair color. I put on, glasses, and then I was like, I think this looks good. My image when making my model was make it golden retriever, but also anime. So I don't know if I hit the prompt right or not. But that's, that was my assignment.
I mean, it's definitely unique.
Oh, thank you. Because a lot of people do use, like, Vroid models. So I was like, I don't know if I stand out. I'm just like some average looking girl. I have some round eyebrows, which is a little bit different. But I feel like the live 2D models are so much more interesting or unique, but your girl don't have the money to commission an artist.
Same.
Not free, but resourceful, or not cheap, but resourceful. Thanks, Umaibo.
So these are the more opinionated questions that I like to go through.
Of course.
Obviously, not including Jump King. What's your favorite video game?
Not including Jump King. I
know you've been playing the hell out of it lately.
Dude, I fucking love Jump King. Like, Jump King is so fun. You don't even, like... But, I mean, if I had to say, it would probably be Final Fantasy XIV. I spend the most time, aside from Jump King, I spend the most time playing that game. And then all other games, I just kind of rotate around those two main ones.
I feel that completely.
Yeah. Oh, someone just asked me, where are your dog ears? And to answer that question, Lucas, I don't have dog ears because I'm a human girl now. Completely human.
A human girl can't have dog ears.
Exactly. I have normal ears. Can you see my normal ears? I think you can kind of see them.
Let me actually turn you around real quick on my screen.
Oh yeah, flip me, rotate me, horizontal, 180.
Rotate. There you go. So, about Final Fantasy XIV. Some of my viewers have seen me play. I don't know if much of your viewers have seen you play. What's your general play style? Are you more of a casual player, maybe a hardcore raider? What would you categorize yourself as?
I would consider myself casual, but then I guess the content I play is not really casual. So, I mainly like to log in for my duty roulettes, but then that's in preparation for raiding, savage raiding. And then also I've cleared one of the ultimate fights, Uwu. After we kind of settle in with the savage this tier, and like if we have time, I think we'll be progging T next. And the goal is to become, triple legend. Well, quadruple legend once, we learn the new fight coming out. I think like in 0.18 or something. I think that's when it's gonna be released.
It was either 1.8 or 2.
Yeah. Well, I think it's coming out in this next, like, this part of the patch. It's like 0.1 something, not 0.2, I think. I think I saw it in the patch
Yeah,
notes.
it's supposed to be coming out before the next Alliance raid.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. I'm excited for it.
I'm really excited.
I'm not gonna run it, but...
I can't wait to watch the world races. Like, those are always so fun and so exciting. So, yeah. But, I mean, I tried the new PvP with Sorens, actually, and it was so fun. I think I might add PvP into the rotation as well. Yeah, but what about you? I mean, what kind of content do you do on 14? I actually don't stream 14, so to all my viewers, is the little peek behind the curtain.
KO, thank you for the information. The new Ultimate comes out 6.11 on the 26th. So 12
Oh,
days.
okay, cool.
Thank you so much.
Exciting.
As for me, I only streamed 14 a few times, and that was when Endwalker had just dropped. During the awful queue times. I remember, literally on day of, I had a 4 hour? It was a 4.5 hour queue time that I literally just streamed while just like talking.
Mm-hmm.
That was awful. But being one of the first people on Twitch to actually play the game, even though I'm a smaller name, was really nice. So I had all new viewers who were just trying to learn.
I
Elmer,
definitely remember the really bad queue times. Like, to the point where I think I had a friend from New York come visit, and it was like her, my friend Ever, and her boyfriend, and we would go out and like eat or something, and her boyfriend would stay home because he doesn't like to go out often, but he would log us all in and continually like make sure we were still connected. And if we DC'd, he'd call us. He'd be like, "Hey, one of you guys DC'd. What's your one? What was it? Like your security one token password? Send it to me right now." So we had someone like clicking us and logging us in case we like DC'd from the queue. But yeah, it was rough. Like that first, it was like 2 weeks. It was bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I finished all of Endwalker in the first 4 days, but that was still in the time when my sleep schedule was omega horrible. I literally only slept during queue times. It
dang.
was so fun though. It was definitely worth playing.
It was a great expansion. I really enjoyed it.
Brought me to tears multiple times. Such a beautiful story.
Honestly, I did not cry. Because
Are you heartless?
no, okay, I'm like one of the most sensitive people that you'll ever meet, but like the way they kind of led into it, like I don't know if I like. Okay, guys, if you don't want to be spoiled for Endwalker, just mute me for like 30 seconds. But basically, the way they set up where each of the characters like disappear, like with Estinian first, and then one by one, and then I was like, where are they really gone? But then like near the end, like Ishtola mentions, oh yeah, remember you have this thing that can bring us back. And so it was, it kind of like made it less serious for me, you know? So.
See, for me, it was walking up the staircase in Ultima Thule.
Oh yes, that was really emotional. Yeah.
That was the most emotional thing I've seen in this game for me. Because I'll be honest, I could not honestly care about the Scions. Like, I'm here for a good time. I'm not here to learn. But yeah, the emotional walk with the beautiful music in the background, and even now I'll just go sit in Ultima Thule just to listen to the music because that song,
It is a good song, yeah. Oh, sorry, just want to address. Hey, Turrent, thanks for jumping in. Thank you so much for coming to Hichi-san's stream this morning. I did see you. Thank you for supporting him. I appreciate you.
Elmer, we're not naming our baby Shaikeen. Shut up. No, he finally got to 9 months for subs, and he's like, what are we naming the baby?
Oh yeah, I mean that's basically when babies are born. 9 months.
No. Now I have new commitment.
The subscription is a baby. It's baby at 0 age.
The only subscription baby I want is a 14 baby. Come on.
Dude, whenever PayPal, like, cause I bank with Chase, and if you have a Chase credit card, it'll give you like 3% or 5% back on some category every quarter. Whenever PayPal comes up as the percent back, I purchased like 6 to 12 months worth of Krista for subscription, so I can get some money back on that. Again, your girl cheap. She gonna find way to... Yeah, okay. I pay for my subscription with Krista because I've heard of horror stories of people getting like a chargeback on their credit card. And then, you know, like if you get a chargeback on your account, Square Enix would just like fucking ban you.
For real?
Yeah, because they don't want to get charged back. And if your account charges them back, they're just like... Not even like an explanation or like a reinstatement. I don't know if it's changed, but like customer service will give you a runaround and you have to figure it out with your bank. So after all those horror stories, and I've sunk so many hours into this game, I was like, I'm not risking it. I'm going to pay for the Krista with PayPal, and then I will pay for my subscription with Krista. It doesn't take too much longer than usual, so I would rather be safe with my account, you know?
That's... Damn, I never heard that. Sheesh.
I know.
I'll have to tell the boys.
It's not a huge problem, I think. It's only hit like very few people, but it is a problem, so, you know.
Alright, so... Let's jump off of 14 for a second. Did you have an inspiration for starting up streaming in general?
I think I was just like, this sounds fun. And a lot of the times I don't finish games. I'm a serial game and hobby starter, and I never, you know, I'll pick it up for maybe a month or like 2 weeks, right? And then I'll never finish it. So I was like, hey, there's this new thing called VTubing. And I know it's been a thing for the past like 5 years or something, but I just started getting into it like the beginning of this year. And I was like, they play on stream and they don't have to face cam. Because for me, it's like, I don't want to have to like get ready every time I'm streaming. And I don't want to like have to get dressed, so I'm just in, you know, pajamas most of the time. And I was like, oh, this is a great way to have goals and, you know, accomplish them with a community. And I feel like I'm building a really good community here, so it's fun. And we finished 2 games.
I mean, amen, honestly.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually in the same boat. I literally was just like, one day I was like, you know, I don't got a job. I'm on my computer all day playing video games. Why not just stream it? And then I just did. No inspiration required.
Dude, someone just said, yes, 100% FF102, for example. Yes.
Yep.
We totally 100%ed that game. Absolutely. I did not look up a YouTube video of the 100% clip. True. We finished the game. 100%. First try.
Only legit stuff happening on Hema's channel. Definitely.
We don't cheat, ever, you know? I'm totally serious gamer, very legit, you guys.
Very, very gamer. So, do you watch streams in your downtime, or are you just kind of somebody who streams?
No, I do. So, ever since I started streaming on Twitch, It's been really fun to support other streamers, you know, whether they're like my size or kind of like mid-range. So I will try to jump in to other streamers. If they've like rated me, I'll check them out, make sure that, you know, like they're okay for my stream to raid. I rated a streamer once and I was like, oh, haha, lewd vampire. This sounds interesting. And I was, after I rated, I was like, this is not appropriate for my viewers. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, you didn't have to stick around. I apologize. So now I make sure to screen people before I raid them.
Yeah, I learned to screen people beforehand because I was raiding somebody who was doing like, it was a just chatting stream with like some jumbled up funny word in the title. I don't remember what the title was. But when we raided, I was like, oh, this person's just doing a just chatting. They're probably just talking about random shit. I joined in and it was like a mouth, or what's it called? Like the ear whispering ASMR. Where it's like super close to the mic and like every breath is against the mic, and I was like, oh shit.
No. Yeah, but if you guys on Dima's channel and want to watch some of the other streamers I watch, there's Escapade. She's a face camera. She's really cute. Shout out to her. Shout out to Sorens, who's in chat right now. He's great. I also watch you, Dima, when you stream, of course. And I love watching when he streams. The world record holder for all of the Jump King maps, Hichi-san, my god, that man is amazing at Jump King, like truly. And it's not like he's a robot either, right? You'll see him make mistakes on stream, but the fact that he has so much muscle memory for all of those maps, it's insane. So I just love watching him.
Yeah, I feel like I would rage quit after my first my first or second major drop. I'll be honest.
Oh, for Escapade, it's actually this.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
And thank you, Umaibo, for shouting everyone out on my side. I appreciate you. But yeah, so they are all very cozy, comfy streamers. Hichi-san, of course, is Japanese, but he does have a translation bot going, so it's like a subbed situation, right? Like if you're watching subbed anime, it's the same.
Yeah, a few of the streamers that I watch that are JP only do have those translation bots, both in chat and on their screen. So it's real nice.
Yeah.
Breaking the barrier of language, which is always the scariest part of life.
It makes it a lot more approachable. I agree.
Okay. So I told you that I'd ask you a stupid question.
Yes. What is your stupid question?
I have to think about it for a moment. Because I forgot. I had one this morning, but when I found out that right after the 14 maintenance, my subscription ended, I was so sad that I went to bed and I forgot the question.
You didn't write it down? That's the worst. Like when you're late at night and you have a thought.
What am I? What am I, a nerd? Ew.
You can like, so, because I get that too, where I like, my mind runs a million miles a second, like all the time, except for when I'm sleeping. So right before bed, like, I'm on my phone anyway, so I'll just open up my phone, like notepad or something, and I'll just write it down real quick.
Give me a second. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. I did write it down. It was in my Google search history.
Ah, I see.
What a weird place to put it. What the hell?
It is a very, very weird place.
So, you go by princess, but if you were the queen of anything, what would you want to be the queen of? It can be an inanimate object, it could be a type of animal, not including dogs, or it could be a video game.
I mean, I would have to say I would just be the queen of my community, which is called the Puppy Kingdom. I mean, I think that's a great
cheap
queen to
answer.
be a part of. But God, you don't understand. I love my viewers so much. Like, I would be nothing without them, right? Oh my God, I'm gonna cry again. Sorry, I get so emotional talking about this because honestly, it boggles my mind that there are like random people out there who like care about me and like I care about them too, you know? It's like this connection that we've made, and even though it's not like, you know, face to face or in person, it's like we're still together, and it boggles my mind that they want to sit here and watch like some pink-haired anime girl play games and like talk to them, but you know, it's just very wonderful. I have no words. Just want to cry. Like that's, yeah.
I definitely feel that.
Yeah, we're comfy cozy on this stream, so I mean, I do want to keep, you know, all of these connections with my, you know, community. Thank you so much for the follow, Frozen Traveler. Welcome. Welcome to the Puppy Kingdom.
All right. So these are the. Let me actually swap this song. I hate this song.
Someone just asked in my chat, you mean we're not being held hostage? No, you're not. You can leave at any time.
Hi, Dima speaking. You cannot leave. This is now your favorite streamer. That's how it works.
Sorry, Dima said so you're trapped.
Yep. I'm not sorry. So these are one-word answers. It's an either or. If neither of them work, just blurt out a random answer that works.
Oh, okay. Like a quick fire round, right?
Yeah, I just call it the spitball because it brings me back to high school.
I get you.
All right, ready when you are.
I'm ready. Hit me.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Hoodies or jackets?
Hoodies.
Jeans or shorts?
Shorts.
Spring or fall?
Spring.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Donuts or bagels?
Donuts.
Sunny side up or scrambled eggs?
Sunny side up.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Waifus or husbandos?
Husbandos.
Fruits or vegetables?
Fruits.
Subs or dubs?
Sub.
Pokemon or Digimon?
Pokemon.
Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts?
Final Fantasy.
Amen. I added that last one.
I mean, okay,
Just add that.
but did you hear about the news? That's so exciting that Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming out.
I'll be honest, I don't know jack about Kingdom Hearts. I played 365 over 2, and I think that's the only one I've actually played.
I'm also going to tell you, aside from the very first game, which I watched my brother play when I was way younger, I know nothing about the game. So I think one of the things on my stream is I'm definitely going to be playing through Kingdom Hearts 1 to 3, and then hopefully we are in a good position before 4 comes out, and then we can just play that together as well.
That's a lot of commitment. See, Kingdom Hearts, it confuses me. The stories hurt. It's like, because I looked at YouTube. I was like, okay, let's learn about the lore of Kingdom Hearts, and it's like 3.5 hours long video. I'm like, bro, where's the TLDR, please?
There's a lot of convoluted stuff I've heard about the story. And people have tried to summarize it with all of the auxiliary games and like other media. I mean, I'm the kind of person, honestly, I forget a lot of stuff. Like I'll watch an anime or I'll watch a movie and I could tell you maybe like the main beats, but if I watch it again, it'll be like almost experiencing it for the first time again. Like just as an example, I taught English when I was in Japan, and every Christmas I would watch How the Grinch Stole Christmas 7 times every year. And every year, I never got sick of it. So that's the kind of personality I have.
Oh no.
So, yeah, I don't think it will bother me too much that the story is kind of like not all there.
I feel that. Yeah, because every time I see it, it's just like, oh, it started off as a browser game, and then then it was like Birth by Sleep, then it was Kingdom Hearts 1, then it was like, it's just like, bruh. Like, to get the full story, you have to play everything. Or, just watch a video on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes YouTube ain't enough for it.
There's a lot. It's like its own like movie. Everything is canon, says Sorens.
Oh no.
And then Lucas was like, oh, Princess thinking she has to just play 1, 2, 3 to get the story. I know there's more stuff. Lucas, I know. And Turrent, I'm only sort of a weeb, maybe a little bit, not too much. Please don't expose me.
So on the topic of anime, do you have a favorite?
Absolute favorite would have to be Sailor Moon. I'm like super into magical girls, and I think it's just super adorable. But like cute titles, I love Shirokuma Cafe. I think it's like Polar Bear Cafe. I watched Madoka like once because my friends were like, "Oh, Princess, you'll love it. Magical girls, they're so cute, adorable. They transform." I mean,
Nothing
of course
bad
they
happens.
knew. They knew, right? They knew what the twist was. I didn't. I watched it, and like when the twist came, I was literally just crying, and I was like, why would you do this to me? Why? I didn't do anything to deserve this, and it was just too dark. But aside from Sailor Moon, oh my god, my other favorite one, which it's like weird how attached I am to this anime, is Yakitate Japan. Have you heard of it? Has anyone heard of it?
I have not.
Like, honestly, it's so good. It's about this boy who wants to bake bread. And the opening goes like, there's French bread, English bread, Italian bread, but Japan isn't known for a bread. And like the pun there is pan in Japanese is bread, right? So it's Japan, like Japanese bread. So it's just this like young boy who tries to develop different recipes that like represent Japan, and it's like, it's so funny. It's very wholesome as well. And like, it's, if I had to describe it in more recent terms, it's like Food Wars, except without all of the hentai stuff.
Amen, honestly. I might actually watch it because fan service is cringe, honestly.
And it's funny because you could be on any episode. I've watched this anime so many times. Like, honestly, I say Sailor Moon is my favorite, but Yakitate might be my like secret favorite anime. Like, I've watched this anime so many times. If you're watching just a single episode, I'll know where you are at in the series. I can be like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the next reaction. He's totally gonna say this. Like, just encyclopedic knowledge, like, honestly. And to the point where one time me and my friends were watching like Evangelion, and there was this just like random character who was speaking, and I was like, what? Why does that sound so familiar? So I had to look up the voice actor, and I was like, I fucking knew it. Because I called it before, and I was like, oh dude, this sounds like this, Kuroyanagi from Yakitate Japan. And my friends were like, no way. Like, Princess, there's no way you can tell. We looked it up. Vindication! It was the exact same guy, and I was like, I fucking knew it. Like, his voice.
Yeah, that's me for Angel Beats, honestly. I know. There was a point in time, I think 2018, where I could watch it and I knew every single line in the whole show.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Oh my god, people in my chat know the anime. Someone said it's a classic, the other one said, oh, the bread anime, and I'm like, yes, thank you guys.
Yeah, Twonky says he knows what it is because he was reading it when it came out.
Oh, it's so good.
Twonky's a boomer.
It's so good. Hey Cheeky, thanks for jumping in. We're just doing an interview stream today. Hope you enjoy your stay here.
Welcome. No, anime is great. Not all of it, but you know, there's definitely some goldies.
There are, yeah. Oh, and the other one I really like is Kaleidostar, which is about this girl who wants to become an acrobat. I mean, I like some really old animes, you guys. Like, pre-tier, right? Princess Tutu. Probably the most recent one I've watched is, like, Kaguya-sama, but that's only because I watch stuff with my friends every, like, Sunday night. So that's, like, my exposure to more recent stuff.
Did you see that Kaguya-san was getting season 3?
Yes, that's why we've been watching season 2 on our like Sunday nights in preparation. But yeah, it's mainly just like really old stuff that I've been super enamored with since I was younger.
I feel that. I definitely do. I mean, hell, my favorite anime is now considered old. It's like 12 years old, which makes me feel old.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's rough.
Oh, Umaibo just came through with the facts. Yakitate Japan is 69 episodes. Nice.
God.
And Cheeky, we're just interviewing about me, also about Dima sometimes. I flip the questions on him. And Steven, thanks for jumping in. I really appreciate it. I am glad you're enjoying this interview.
Twonky says you are old just like me.
Someone in your chat just said, sounds like how I can call out Sebastian from Black Butler.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
No, it's like, so I'm a bit of an everything type of watcher. Minus fan service. I think fan service is yucky.
Yeah.
It's unneeded. But bless you.
Sorry.
You're good. Yeah. Once you watch enough anime or one anime enough times, you just understand like, oh, I know that voice.
Oh my god,
and
yeah.
It's just
definitely.
like the Japanese voice actor for Dio from JoJo's is actually the same voice actor as the Japanese voice for Set from League of Legends.
Oh really?
It's like, you'll find these things just randomly, and it's you can hear it after you realize it, and you're just like, wow, I'm literally playing Dio. It's just great.
That sounds so funny. Like I think that's the only time I've ever like recognized a voice in some other media is if it was related to Yakitate Japan, which is why all my friends joke like, yeah, Princess, you really like Sailor Moon, but really though, it's Yakitate Japan.
Also, Jess, yeah, 100%, because Chris Sabat, didn't he voice like half of the DBZ franchise? Like from the olden days?
Oh my god, chat, I want to know what your favorite animes are. Leave it in chat for me.
Ayo. Actually, yeah. Twonky, give me your favorite anime. Same with you, Jess.
Someone said One Piece, a classic.
Classic. Too long for me. I can do 600 episodes. I can't do more than that.
I mean, it's long, and the manga is even longer, right?
I could do the manga because I don't have anything to do during the day, but I don't think I'd be able to do it.
The only thing I remember from One Piece, like absolutely remember in memory, is like what Luffy says about becoming the Pirate King, and then like Shirahoshi, because I love mermaids also. Someone says Samurai Champloo. It's a great anime.
Yep.
Loved it.
So good.
Clannad, if you're into rom-com. Dude, I loved the song from Clannad. What was it? Like Dango Daikazoku?
Yep.
It's so cute. Very cute.
From my chat, we got Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle. I haven't seen it, but my wife loves it. We got Escaflowne or Death Note. And then we have Helsing.
Yeah, those
Amen,
are
honestly.
some intense shows.
I don't have a favorite because I like them all. I like so many. That's also completely fair.
Oh, someone in my chat said Death Note too, or My Hero Academia, or Black Butler. So, Gintama. Oh, that's a good one. Gintama.
I like My Hero, but I would never consider it my favorite because it's a shonen, and they're all kind of cookie cutter.
Oh, really?
You know, like, after watching so many shonen shows, yeah.
I see.
Bleach, Naruto, My Hero, Jujutsu Kaisen as well. They're all, the same format. Main characters not OP, and then as you go on to the story, it's more and more, and like they find this guy who's a bit stronger than them, But it's definitely My Hero's probably one of the better shonens.
Oh my god! But what about One Punch Man? Like a shonen, but also so good. Like, so good. It's so short. It's so good, though.
I think it technically qualifies as a shonen parody because he just is the most OP.
It's so funny. Like, what was his training regimen again? He, like, runs, 10 kilometers a day, does 100 push-ups every day, and that's how he became so strong and all his hair fell off?
I think it was like 1,000 push-ups and 1,000 sit-ups every day as well.
So
Something
funny.
Like that. I'll be honest, if I could get that ripped and be that powerful, I'd probably do it.
But I mean, Dima, have you actually tried? Have you tried to do all of that in one single day, every day for like a year?
I don't even know what a kilometer is, Hema, I'm gonna be honest.
I believe it's... Hold on. I think it's like 2-point-something kilometers to 1 mile. So you would be running
so like 5 or 6 miles a day?
Exactly.
No, that's too much cardio for me. No thanks.
Yeah, the most cardio I get is walking my dog Hermes, so I get you.
Okay. Oh, Jess is cosplaying tomorrow. Which character from My Hero? What about Baki? I heard that Baki's a good show.
Wait, what's Baki? Baki anime. A wrestling anime? Oh my god, you know what wrestling anime? Like, I started watching and like, I was so into it. Like, Hajime no Ippo was so good. Like,
yes.
You wouldn't think like an old anime is like, it's like whatever, it's old, but like, god, I was so into it for like a couple of months. Someone said Baki is intense. It Baki looks really intense. Look at the muscles on this dude. Oh my god.
Like JoJo, it reminds me of JoJo's type of thing where, muscular to be manly. And I love that aesthetic. Like, I love looking at just on screen 5 big muscly dudes duking it out, punching each other in the face and taking no damage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. I see you, Jess.
Confirmed she is a weeb.
Nana.
Don't expose me, Turret. Stop it.
Imagine having to be confirmed as a weeb.
I know, right?
If you're a VTuber, you're a weeb in general.
I know. I'm a pink-haired anime girl VTubing online. Like...
I'm such a weeb. I literally just asked my wife to make me an avatar. And
I
then
became anime. That's
now I
how
stream
weeb I
behind
am.
it.
I know, right?
Yeah, we become anime. That's how weeb we are. PG.
Someone said Baki first and second manga go crazy. Dang, does it go hard?
It, yeah.
Hmm.
Baki, probably one of my favorite martial arts anime.
Oh. Maybe I'll watch it. I'm gonna add this to my list. My growing list that just grows longer and longer, literally every day.
Also, do you like being sad?
Do I like being sad? Yeah, sometimes when I feel like crying, I'll just put on like a really sad show or a sad movie, and then I'll cry it all out, and then I feel a lot better.
You're not gonna feel a lot better from my favorite animes.
Oh,
We got Angel Beats and Anohana.
Oh, I see. I did. Okay, you're gonna hate me. I watched Anohana. Someone just said Anohana for the feels. How many episodes is it? It's like 11 or 12 episodes, right?
It's like 12 episodes and either 1 or 2 movies.
Okay.
And then they were gonna do a 10 years later OVA, but I don't think that actually went on.
Okay, I have to tell you, when Anohana came out, and everyone was like, it's so good, you should watch it. So I did, right? I watched like from episode 1 to 10, and like honestly, at that point, it felt like I was spite watching it because I was like, why do people think this is so good? Like, it's just like sad for no reason. And like, I literally got to the almost end, and I was like, all right, I'm done. Like, I can't watch this anymore. Like,
Bro,
I don't
the
know
last
why, it
episode's
just
the
didn't
best.
connect with me. So I like sat through 10 episodes and I couldn't finish it, and I've never finished Anohana. I'm sorry.
Now you gotta do it with an open mind, thinking, alright, Dima wants me to watch this.
I'll watch the last 2 episodes. Someone said, oh, your lie in April. Oh, Your
Yup.
Name? Your Name was a good movie. I really liked that movie. It was great.
I actually met the lead singer from Radwimps when I went to Japan in 2015.
Dude, okay. I actually have a picture with Radwimps.
I'm jealous as hell.
Cause
I didn't like during my trip, my phone died on the 4th day, and we met them on the 7th.
thank you so much for the follow, Midnight Milkman. Welcome to the Puppy Kingdom. No, so I was cosplaying with my friend Ever and like another like online friend, and we were cosplaying the girls from Ao no Exorcist, right? And I was God, what's her name? The blonde-haired girl with the ahoge, with the fairy power. She was really cute.
Shiemi.
Yes, Shiemi. And then my friend Ever was cosplaying the girl with the purple, like, hime cut hair with the straight bangs and then the side bangs.
Yeah, the tsundere.
Yes, yeah. We had, like, a whole group. Like, some of my, like, Ever's boyfriend was also there cosplaying. And they were performing at Fanime, which is a convention in, like, San Jose, California. And we just saw them. I guess they were, like, getting lunch or something, or they were just finished. And so we went up to them and we were like, oh, hey, can we, like, take a picture with you? Because they did, like, the opening, I think, for Ao no Exorcist. So we managed to get a group picture with them. It was, honestly, a great moment.
Yeah. I sat my wife down, not the most recently, but probably a few months ago, and we watched all of Blue Exorcist together. It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a year or 2 ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
I know we were living in this house for it.
Umaibo says low-key with Princess on the take about Anohana. It felt a bit melodramatic. And then Zombie said, oh, Spirited Away. That's a great anime movie. I agree. Yeah. Love all of the Ghibli movies, like Spirited Away, Nausicaa, which is older. Not a lot of people have seen it, I think, but Nausicaa is also really good. Whisper of the Heart, which not a lot of people talk about, but
What's that movie with the
I love it.
dude with the mask?
I accidentally watched second season of Blue Exorcist before first. Oh no, cheeky.
I mean, you're not missing much. Because I think season 2 is like, what is it? It's something like it's mid series. It's weird like that.
Yeah, no, I get you. I think, like, again, the type of person who can watch things over and over. So I don't really remember what happened in, like, season 1 versus season 2, but I just remember it was good. Tried watching first few episodes of the first season, but he didn't like it. After watching season 2, I get it. It starts slow, I think. Well, no, because I think the first episode, you see his, like, adopted dad fighting demons.
The Forest of Fireflies.
Unless I'm misremembering.
Hema, have you seen To the Forest of Firefly Lights? The Japanese name is Hotarubi no Morie.
No, I haven't. What is that about?
It is... I'm not gonna say what it's about, but it is a sad watch. It is such a good... like, a movie?
Like a happy, sad movie, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a happy, sad movie. I remember the last, like, scene in it, and that's the only thing I remember, so I had to whisper over to my wife. I was like, yeah, what was that shelf called again? What was that movie?
The only other movie I know which has Hotaru in it is, I think everyone knows this, total tearjerker, like, or tearjerker bait, or whatever it's called, but it's Grave of the Fireflies, Hotaru no Haka. I believe it's another Studio Ghibli movie, but I watched it once in high school. It's about, like, post-World War II, or no, during World War II, and it's about the atomic bombs that got dropped on Japan, and it follows this older brother and this, like, baby sister, because they lost both their parents. Watched it in high school, it absolutely destroyed me in high school. Like, I don't even know, I just felt so bummed after watching that movie, and then in college, because I was doing a unit on, like, Japanese history and pop culture, we had to watch that movie, and we also read, like, Barefoot Gen, which is also kind of, like, follows a young boy, like, post-atomic bomb, and I feel like we were watching it in this, like, big lecture hall, the lights were off, and as the movie ended, like, I was one of the only people, like, crying, and I was sitting in the front, and I was just, like, sobbing, like, and I tried to be so quiet, but it was honestly embarrassing. This is my second time watching it, and it still hit me just as hard.
Yeah, Twonky's saying that it's some of the worst emotionally manipulative drivel he's ever seen.
Someone said, I did not think this title would come up. And then Turret says, I didn't like watching it. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, I feel like every Japanese person knows it's super sad. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's an art style to make a show or a movie in general that is just, like, no matter what the story is, you're sad throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's art to me, because that's hard to do.
Yeah, I cannot look at the candy can, like, the same way. Like, you know how retro things are coming back into fashion? Like, one of the things that is coming back is, like, getting all those retro cans and stuff, like the Altoid tins and, like, but that candy tin is becoming popular again, just to, like, have, I guess, as decoration. And every time I see it, I just remember, I think her name is Sunako, I think, the little girl. Like, I just remember her shaking the candy can and, like, asking her brother, like, oh, can I eat the last candy? And, like, sorry, hold on. It's not candy, it's a piece of raw. I'm gonna cry, hold on. I didn't get tissue, hold on. I just make myself cry, I'm sorry.
Dang it, Hina.
Anyways, yeah, let's not talk about sad movies anymore. I will take the recommendations, and I will watch it on my own time.
Yeah, I DM'd you the other Firefly movie.
Thank you,
but
thank you.
What's something happy? Kryl from 14 has the best outfit. Don't at me.
Dude, like her outfit is basically what I wear on my streams. It's a yellow hoodie. I love it.
Yeah, it's just a hoodie, like, bruh. Now that's an outfit.
It's great. Oh yeah, Silent Voice was also a good movie. Zombie just mentioned it in my chat. I really liked it. It was a really good movie on like how to be a better like communicator. And I loved how like throughout the movie you could see that he wasn't looking at people's faces. Because I mean they literally represented that by like people having X's on their face and he couldn't see them. Right? But then like near the end of the movie when he looks up, everyone's faces instead of X's like come into view and I was like, man, that's powerful.
I personally, we watched A Silent Voice together and I think it's one of the, if not the best media about empathy that I've ever seen. Like, it's just emotional, it's powerful, and it gets its point across without having to be like, oh yeah, this is a movie about empathy.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
It doesn't have to explain it. You just, as it's going on, you're like, damn, he fucked up. But now he's trying to, like, you know, fix it all up, and without spoilers, yeah, there's a happy ending.
Ooh, here's a question for chat. Silent Voice or Your Name? Someone just asked this question. For me, it's Your Name. Like, hands down. I love that movie. The visuals, great. Beautiful. And I really like the body swap.
Name music.
Oh, the music was really good too. You're right. Yes.
I literally bought that album on iTunes. Fucking... I love Radwimps so much. They're so good.
Yeah, you are. I mean, and visually, it was. I feel like Your Name was a lot more visual than Silent Voice. Like, Silent Voice definitely had better themes of, like, you know, connecting with, you know, other people, being empathetic, but just visually and overall, I feel like Your Name wins out because it was just. I mean, it checked all the boxes for me.
Did I see the movie in theaters? Your Name?
Yeah, you saw it in theaters, not with me.
Oh yeah, so I remember. Yeah, because we went to like one of the big expensive IMAX theaters that had like it had its like own goggles for like 4D immersion, some shit like that. Oh my god, I went with my buddy Jovan and his family, like they invited me out to go. And it was interesting because this was a pretty big dude. His brother was like a bodybuilder, and he and I were kind of just the two nerds. Everybody in the theater was crying at the end of Your Name, and it was just...
Yeah.
I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, it was like... Thank you for the hydrate, Torrent. I did hydrate if you saw
Oh,
it.
thanks, Torrent.
I did
have
have a student who, when it was out in theaters in Japan, they were just like, Sensei, can you believe it? I've seen Your Name in theaters 3 times now. And I'm like, and movie tickets in Japan are not cheap. Like, you can't get a matinee for like $10. Like, in Japan, it's like this whole, like, it's $30 just for the ticket. You can't even choose where you sit because it's assigned seating. And then, like, I mean, just in general, movie theater food is expensive. So,
bruh. Speaking of movie theaters, so everybody in my server knows I recently went out to go see Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This was for me. I just wanted to go see it because I thought it would be a meme, but I came out like almost in tears because they did so many references to older Sonic games, and I don't know if you're a Sonic player, but like everything from Sonic Adventure and before that had a reference or some kind of like musical note towards it. Like it was perfect. But during that, when we went there, we were gonna buy all our stuff, but there was an event going on, and this nice lady handed us vouchers. She was like, oh, are you guys part of this work group? And we're like, oh no, we're just here to see the Sonic movie. And she was like, oh, okay. Here's two free large drinks and a large popcorn
Ooh, nice.
on us, and I was like, what? Like, that probably saved us like 30
Yeah,
bucks.
for sure. Oh my god, you know what my favorite thing at the movie theaters is? And this is the only time I will ever get this is at the movies, is the freaking ices. Like, I don't know what it is. Don't get it anywhere else. I don't go to 7-Elevens to get it. Like, there is no real craving except when I'm at the movie theater and I gotta get an icy. And it's gotta be the red and the blue one mixed together. Like, I like to layer it, you know, and swirl it. The only time I'll get it, movie theaters. And it's like, it hits that craving every time that I don't even know I have. Only at the movies.
I feel that. I'm not a personal fan of many different types of cold drinks. Like, even with beer, I drink beer warm. Because I'm weird.
Dude, that's weird.
Stupid. But no, ices are good. Like, honestly.
Yeah. So delicious. I love it.
So, I haven't checked your Twitter today, but do you have any plans for the next few days for streams?
Oh, I mean, it's winding down because usually I post my schedule from Sunday to Saturday. So I don't have anything tomorrow. That's actually like my in real life like D&D session. So every Friday is just no stream at all. The only times I would stream on a Friday is after we're done and I go home and maybe I'll like boot up Jump King or something. And then Saturday I have Luigi's Mansion planned. I just started it, I think like 2 weeks ago, and I actually really like it. So I want to complete it with everybody, and everyone can see how bad I am at slurping up ghosts.
So speaking of D&D, I didn't know you played.
Oh yeah, I do.
Are you a player or a DM?
I am a player. I think it's really, really hard to DM. I'm not that creative of a person.
It is easy, I promise you.
No, because like, well, one of the things is my friend Ever, her boyfriend is the DM for our group, and he's been the DM for the past like 2 to 3 campaigns. And I feel kind of bad, honestly, because like, I'm sure he wants to be a player, but he has fun also, like, you know, organizing like the next big encounter. But Ever DM'd for one like arc of our campaign, and it was like some Dragon Island. Sorry, I'm burping. And it was funny because she had prepared a whole bunch of fights, and as players, we never went that direction, or we were like, no, let's do this instead. So even though she prepared a lot of things as DM, she didn't find it fun because we didn't like fall into those, you know, traps or go in those directions. So I feel like being DM would be really hard, and also just trying to improv based on how your like players are going to act. So for me, it's easier for me to just handle like my own personal character.
No, I've been DMing. Overall, I was a DM for 8 years, with the same group, and I actually helped one of my buddies become what I would call the best DM. Like, I'd say Matt Mercer levels of DM.
Dang,
Playing in his campaign, like, it's rough, because once you know your group for more than, you know, a few months, you start to realize what they do. Like, oh, if I put a goblin over in the corner of a bar, they're gonna go talk to it first.
For
because
sure.
It's gonna have a funny name.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's a lot about like manipulating your players into going the way you want, while also making them think like they have all these choices. It's mind games. That's the only hard part about DMing. Other than that, I mean, combat's easy.
I see. I mean, I feel like for our DM, he has a fun time too. It's not like, you know, we're forcing him to be DM all the time. We don't play out of the like, we don't play set campaigns that are provided. Every campaign we've played with Ash, Ever's boyfriend, has been his own homebrew. So, like,
Good.
our most recent campaign was, we'd, like, finished it. It was, like, we started at the beginning of the pandemic, and we just ended it, like, 2 months ago. This has been a long campaign. We were players in a tower, imagine Sword Art Online, right? And we're climbing the tower on the inside, and the whole point of it was each group has like a video camera on them that like will, what is it, like broadcast how the team is doing. There's rankings, and yeah, I mean, it was really fun. Each floor was a different theme. Like, there was like an underwater floor, there was like a floor with a whole bunch of like islands floating in the sky. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed that campaign. It had a really like touching ending. And we're starting a new one soon.
I just remembered. I sent you a DM on Discord, but you're raiding tonight, right, on 14?
Oh yeah, but we don't start for another like 2 hours, so we're like good.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I don't want to step into that.
Oh no, yeah, we're
Also,
totally fine. I was not expecting the interview to go like super duper duper long, and I was like, we have 4 hours, it's fine.
So question, what are you guys doing tonight for raiding?
I'm not sure if anyone still needs the gear from not E,
turret.
but what is it, P3S, like the Firebird. So if people still need the gear, we'll be running that first, and then we are progging. Oh hey Jin, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Hold on, let me just shout out Jin real quick. A friend of the Puppy Kingdom, also part of the Puppy Kingdom. But we're gonna be progging P4. We've already gotten past the door boss, and we're on, I believe, Act 3 or Act 4. Whichever one has the white and purple buff. Thank you so much for the gift sub, Arctic. Whichever one has the purple and the white buff for the towers. That's what we're progging tonight.
I'll be honest, I don't know anything about Asphodelis Savage.
It's fun.
So-
I actually really enjoy the fights. I would say P3S is my favorite fight, but my whole static hates the bird. I don't know. I like it. I'm a summoner. I was meant to love the Phoenix, okay? Anyways, hold on. Give me a quick second, Dima. Hey, Raiders. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid, Jin. I really appreciate it. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Hemafu. I also go by Princess. I actually prefer Princess. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. We play games like Final Fantasy X, Getting Over It, Jump King, so I hope you enjoy your stay here. Sorry, back to the interview.
You're fine. God, Savage is scary though. I don't want to disappoint anybody by going into it blind, so I'm gonna have to watch a bunch of guides before I even consider joining a static.
First week, it's usually blind. If you can find a static who's like at the same level as you, it's not as crazy. Thank you for the boobs, Carbine. If you can find a group that's like similar play style and level, honestly, it's not that intimidating because you're learning it together. Usually people post videos after week 2. And so week 1, everyone's just kind of trying different strats anyways. So there's not really like a right or wrong way to do it, you know?
I see. It's still intimidating. I don't care what you say. Plus, I don't play the most useful class. I play Machinist.
We had a machinist in our static last raid tier. I mean, I feel like all jobs in 14 are viable. Sometimes we'll even do like double class, which I mean a lot of people don't do because of the limit break building, but like we play how we want, you know. Honestly, like I know there's a meta and I know there's a way to like organize your group and your party, but aside from doing 2 tank, 2 healer, 4 DPS, we just do whatever. Like there really is no set way, which that's why I say like, oh, I'm kind of casual because we don't really follow like all the top tier strats. We don't try to optimize our group like that. But like we do tackle harder core content like the savage raids and the ultimate fights. So I don't know, shrug, like
Zach, thanks for the sub.
yeah, it's how it be sometimes.
Yeah, oh, so since you haven't done the new Alliance raid, so did you see that Expedient got, nerfed?
It's shorter now, right?
Yep, the running is only 10 seconds.
Yep.
You'll see why in that raid.
Oh, really? Oh, uh-oh.
Me and my, so, in my chat, Speedy Sloth is one of my best buds. We play 14 probably every other night. We were theory crafting why they would nerf it, and when we did the Alliance raid, we were like, okay, so for this mechanic, you just have 2 scholars, and it's the easiest thing in the world.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is crazy. I'm really excited to see what fights the new Alliance raid and like what mechanics they're gonna bring. Honestly, Dima, if you can do Alliance raids, you can do Savage fights. It's just learning the mechanics and when they get, you know, what is it? When it happens, it's just like a dance, right? You dance in Alliance raid, you dance in Savage fights. It's just learning the dance.
I don't know, I don't dance in the Alliance raids. I kind of just flop over and die most of the time.
Oh no. Oh no.
And then I ask my buddy, I'm like, yo, can you res me?
Dude, I like get super toxic sometimes. Chat, don't out me to Yoshi P, but like honestly, when I do my roulettes for expert and stuff, and Alliance too, I'll run ACT, and I get so mad if I'm the top DPS as summoner, because there's classes like Black Mage and Reaper, and I'm like, you should be doing so much more DPS than me. Like, what are you doing? Like, I get so mad. I'm like, why am I carrying this party? This tank is doing so low DPS. Like, I'll never shout it out in party chat or anything. I keep it to myself, right? But honestly, like, when it comes to that in Alliance raid, I get really toxic, and I'm like, but it also, for me, helps me push myself to do better and like to optimize my rotation. I don't know. That's just how I play.
See, I don't want to do Alliance raids with you now. I was gonna offer.
No, let's do it together. It would be so fun. Turns like you rage.
Drill by accident, and you're gonna be like, "Yo, what the hell, Dima?" And be like, "Shit, my bad."
I rage inside, and then like it's so funny because when I play games like rage games, like Getting Over It and Jump King and stuff, when I rage, I still sound calm. I think. Unless something scary is happening, then I'll like be really vocal about it. But most of the rage is like contained inside. And so that's why I got a heart rate monitor. Because even though I'm like cool as a cucumber on the outside, chat can see how fast my heart is going. And sometimes they'll know when I get to a hard part in like the game. Because my heart rate will start to climb and I get really quiet. And so chat will remind me like, hey, just breathe. Or they'll like boop me with my sound alert and I'll be like, okay, I need to calm down.
You know, I kind of want to see you do the Alliance raid on stream with the heart monitor.
Oh, that might be fun. I'll see if I can do it sometime this weekend. That might be actually really, really fun. Maybe on Sunday.
I'm open to join.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be down. Do another collab so soon after this one.
Oh my. Who would have thought?
And then I'll just pretend I don't have ACT up.
Definitely won't be up.
I'm not, I promise, Yoshi P. I'm not parsing. I don't use third-party tools. Shh.
I think you can only get banned now if you're actually toxic about it, though. Because I've seen
really?
people with Party Finder on Crystals saying, like, hey, I'm parsing this fight trying to see my DPS compared to others. I think they're... Because parsing technically is nothing. It doesn't change anything. It's just...
I think it's when
stats.
you use it to bully other players is when it's not acceptable.
Yeah. Like, if I'm parsing and... God forbid I'm playing Machinist and the Black Mage is under me, if I start talking shit, then I can get banned, but I think it's fine to just do it. I don't know, I can check with the boys later.
I mean,
they're more up to know.
I think if I wanted to add my parse window to OBS, it would be too complicated. So I just
would
don't
not,
show it at all. No.
That might be bannable on Twitch.
Oh, I see. Yeah, when it comes to like streaming, I don't even talk about it. Like, I'm just like, it's there, I can see it for myself. I'm not gonna tell anyone. Like, this one time, I don't remember, it was probably right after... What was it Stormblood where it had the fights for Zervin and Sophia? Was that Stormblood?
That's 60 content, so I think Heaven's Ward.
Oh, well, back when that was like the end game for farming mounts and stuff, I was running a parse and I was in Party Finder and we were doing pretty well. And so we just started, like, it was a totally random party, right? And we started shooting the shit, and then they were like, oh, hey guys, is anyone running ACT? And I was like, yes, but also I'm not gonna say what anyone's is because please don't ban me. And then one guy was like, no, I actually want to know what yours specifically is because it looks like you're doing a lot. And I was like, oh, it's this. And like, I think at the time, that was like a pretty high part, like in the 90s parse for a summoner. And I was like, he was like, oh, that's so good. And I was like, oh, thank you. And like for the next 2 weeks, even though everyone was like, no, we'll keep it a secret, don't worry. For the next 2 weeks, I was so scared that I was gonna get banned. I broke the rules.
This is where Hema went wrong.
I know. Hey, Bulbul, thank you for joining. Welcome in.
No, I think they have the, what's the thing they added where you, like, fight a striking dummy? And it tells you, like, what your
Stone
DPS
Sky
is.
Sea.
We actually did comparisons with ACT and a calculator.
Is it accurate?
It's 100% accurate.
Oh, cool. I mean, I've done it sometimes
if you need
just
to know
test.
your own DPS, it's easy to do it that way, but like that's if you don't want to download ACT like me because I'm too lazy.
Oh, no, that makes sense. Yeah, setting up ACT is always a headache, but I do like to use Stone Sky Sea to see if I myself am meeting the DPS check for like the Savage fights and stuff, or like the extremes, because I mean, with all of the new mechanics that happen for each fight, I can't tell, right? Because there's everyone's running around. So I love it if it's just like, you know, me, I can just test. But the one thing I hate about it is obviously you can't practice the mechanics. You can't practice running around. As a caster, it's really important for me to know when I can move or when I can slide cast. And I can't do that in Stone Sky Sea. I have to do it in the fight.
Well, as the machinist player, all I have to say is, what are cast times?
I know, right? Hey, Muffin, thanks for jumping in. Yes, guys, look, I changed my outfit for today's interview. I'm actually wearing a nice, like, dress and, like, a little, like, cover thing. I don't English.
English.
Usually, I just wear a yellow hoodie. For everyone on Dima stream who hasn't seen me, I just wear a yellow hoodie. I play video games. It's comfy cozy. But I was like, it's an interview. Maybe I should look a little bit more professional.
I'll actually, I'll change my thing real quick to actually show your chat what Dima looks like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Instead of
Please show chat
So,
Dima's real form.
Be ready to resize.
I don't even know where you are. Uh-oh, Dima. Dima's huge. There he is.
Huge
Guys, look at Dima.
Big boy.
This is what he usually looks like on stream. He is a PNG VTuber. I believe Dima 2.0 is going to be a live 2D model. That is in the works. But yeah, so look forward to that on his stream if you gave him a follow. If you didn't, please give him a follow. He's great.
And everybody in my chat, give Princess a follow too. I think this works. Interview.
Oh, let me
Yeah,
give
there
you a
you go.
shout out actually. Dematerialized. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, so if you're interested, please follow that link to Dima's channel. You know, we're friends, good friends, Puppy Kingdom friends. So yeah.
Yeah, we cave dwellers like our Puppy Kingdom friends.
Yeah.
It's like the only thing you want to bring into a cave. You don't need a flashlight, you just need a dog.
I know, right? Oh, Carbine says he swears he's seen you before. You might have seen him because I think I have raided him like a couple times and you might have been part of that raid, Carbine. Or maybe you saw him in the categories you were looking to watch. Who knows? VTuber.
Or you've seen me on League of Legends. That was toxic to you. That's very likely as well.
VTuber is a category. Oh my god, I have to tell you. So like when I was checking my like channel analytics, like really weirdly, of course I got found through tags like first playthrough or VTuber because people like that stuff. But then like super randomly also, I do not tag my streams with ADHD. But in my channel analytics, it said like 15% of people found me through the ADHD tag. So whichever one of you
That's
viewers
odd.
who tagged my stream, I don't know if you can tag other people's stream, but if you did it, I feel like you're calling me out. But also true because I stop mid-sentence and like will forget what I'm doing when we're talking about stuff on stream. It's the weirdest thing.
No, I was looking at my analytics today and I'm looking at what my viewers like to watch. And up at the top is just other. And then, like, the second most is like just chatting at 6%. I'm like, bruh, what the fuck does other mean?
That's so funny. Yeah, what does other mean? Apparently 56% of my viewers like to watch other.
56% of your viewers are awesome because other is my favorite channel. Like my favorite category to stream.
That's so funny. That's so
other
funny.
means not normal stuff. Okay, so like dead games like Epic Battle Fantasy.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting. We like to watch you suffer. I see turned. Thank you.
Honestly. If your streamer is not either scuffed or suffering, it's not a good stream.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just
There's
how
always
it
gotta
be.
be some scuff in the beginning.
Yeah. Thank you, Pul, for being a Princess Stan. I appreciate you. And
Sorry,
chat
my cat
too.
is bothering me. Or do you wanna talk
Very
to chat
scuffed.
today?
It's scoofed. So scuffed, it's scoofed. Also, really weirdly, like, so yesterday I was playing Celeste, and I was talking to Umaiba about this earlier, but I was like, how the F? Okay, because my clips, like, maybe they'll get 10 views, right? And this was just a clip from yesterday, so it's brand new. And for some reason, this clip has been viewed 154 times. And I'm like, where? Who? Like, did someone embed this video somewhere? I don't understand. I haven't shared this video on social media. It's like, have you played Celeste?
I have, yes.
Okay. It's like, you know, because in the game, you can find strawberries. And sometimes those strawberries are hidden. And so, like, this entire gameplay I was playing yesterday, I was finding all these, like, secret tunnels and secret strawberries. And, of course, the first thing I think of is secret tunnel, right? Like, from Avatar. And so I started stringing secret strawberry. And, like, so that was the clip. And it's been viewed so many times since last night. And I'm like, how? Who did this?
The Celeste community is loving you.
Where are you?
Where are they?
But yeah.
Oh, get off my knee. Sorry, my kitten is attacking me and bothering me.
Oh, that's adorable.
Sour, speak for chat. You usually do this every night. So, Sour is a very vocal cat. She is adorable, but she likes talking. And most of the time, like, if it, especially at late night streams, you'll be able to hear Sour just sitting in the chair next to me, essentially commentating over what I do.
Oh, that's so
how much she meows.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, Pulpul said, I've grown so much, or Hema has grown so much since 2 weeks ago. Honestly, I don't know what it is. I feel like the Twitch algorithm has blessed me, or I got really lucky, because yeah, I have grown a lot. It's insane.
I don't know what you mean by blessed you or any of that. It's literally just you found Jump King. You found a game that you love to play and that it's competitive.
So many people love Jump King. I mean, I love watching people play Jump King. It's great. Watching people learn how to play the maps, but yeah, it's amazing. Amazing. Someone said, oh, Sky literally talks during my streams. Oh, is that? Oh, because Carbine has a birdie and his bird talks during streams. That's so cute. Oh, okay, Pul. I hope you charge your phone. Good luck.
Good luck, Pul.
Oh, and then I got a couple people coming through because I played games like Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2. And then Turrent says, you may be lucky, but luck favored the skilled. I had someone tell me, I think it was like the other week, it was like, oh yeah, you have really good talking muscles. And I'm like, I guess that's a compliment.
A talking muscle, what?
Like, I think it was meant like, oh, you're really good at talking, I guess to stream, to chat. Oh, Zombie just said, Dima is a shapeshifter. He left for a chess endgame checkmate practice, and then he sees you completely not a dog anymore. You missed
No,
Zombie.
we've actually got a few forms, actually. We've got the dog form, we have a bird form, we have a rat form, because I like being a rat sometimes.
That's hilarious. I think I've seen the rat form, actually.
It's so good. Ratma.
That's so funny. No, he changed to show his normal avatar, Zombie. Dog form is not a normal part of his channel.
Oh no, it actually is. I usually have dog form when I'm playing Muse Dash.
Oh, that's so funny. I guess the last time you played Muse Dash, I saw you as your normal PNG. So
there you go. I'll swap it to Hot Dima.
Oh yeah, you guys, new Dima. This is the concept art for new Dima 2.0.
Nope. This one is Dima 1.5.
Oh, 1.5. I see. The base for 2.0.
Yep.
Oh wait, you already have a microphone. Let me hide the microphone there. You don't need a microphone anymore.
Well, I was gonna go through. I was gonna go turn to Ratma real quick too.
so many different forms. This is hilarious.
I love it. It's literally just my wife's like, oh, hey, what do you like?
No, you asked.
No, I literally just ask her. I'm just like, yo, can you make me into a rat? She's like, Pog. You're not sharing your screen. I know. I'm not gonna show you what's going on in the background. You guys, if you want to see my funny forms, go over to
Oh,
Hima's
you're
channel.
a rat. You're
Wink,
a
wink.
rat.
You're just a little rat, dude.
So cute. So big.
There you guys go. Everybody on my stream can see Radman now. Look at his little feet. It's adorable. And then, last but not least, is Birdma. I haven't actually thought of a name for any of these characters.
Do they need a name? Can't they just be Dima? They're just all Dimas. Dima, Dima,
We
Dima.
are Dima. I think the bird is the biggest one.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
2400 by 2310.
I may need to be very careful to resize. I'll just resize you in advance. You're a rat anyways, you're tiny. Oh, okay. The bird's not that big. Here, let me
okay.
make you bigger. Dima bird.
Birdma. Dima bird.
Let me put you in front of the table so it looks like you're standing on the table. Here we go.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
I'll just do the rest of the interview as a bird.
My viewers are gonna be like, what the heck's going on? Why does he keep changing?
Who is this dude and why does he keep changing?
He has so many forms.
No, I was gonna be a shapeshifter, but then I was like, you know, that doesn't fit me. I'm not, you know, shapeshifter characters are usually quirky, and
Oh, are they?
I'm not. Everyone I've met is.
I see.
I'm more of a chill person. Like I said, I'm just a secretary who just knows how to vibe correctly.
I feel like I'm just like on stream, personality wise, I'm like all over the place. I think
Oh, I
maybe
thought
that's
the-
like the fun of watching me is like it gets just kind of crazy sometimes.
I thought the bird me on my phone was a smudge, so I tried to swipe it off. God damn it. My brain's deteriorating as we speak. Twonky, I'm not super quirky, but thank you.
Oh, that's right, because you have my stream open on your phone.
Because if I have it open on the computer, it'll be on the Wi-Fi and my stream will die.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's rough. So do you have any plans for... I mean, obviously, you're doing raiding tonight. Do you have anything fun going on tomorrow? Gonna go sleep before your D&D session?
No, I mean, I have a regular full-time job outside of streaming. I am, you know, your regular old, like, office lady, for those of you who know, like, Japanese. But, like, I work in an office. I work as a trainer. I'm not gonna dox myself and tell people where, but I work as a trainer
please
training
don't.
new people. I do retraining sessions for current employees. I have a regular job from like 8 to 5, you know, working from home though, which is great. But yeah, I make most of my money just the regular old boring way until maybe I can make it big enough on streaming, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll be here all along the way, I promise.
Thank you. I'm really excited though, like one of the biggest goals I actually have it up on my stream right now, which is like unlocking a cooking stream. So if we manage to hit 500 followers, I'll be doing a cooking stream on my channel.
Yo,
Yeah.
what are you gonna cook? Do you have any ideas yet?
Yeah, so a lot of things. I've had a recipe from Final Fantasy XIV cookbook suggested to me, and I was like, that would be fun, like a main entree plus like a cocktail, or I was thinking I like love making steak. Steak is like the one thing I'm really, really good at, but also it's really simple. Like I can make a good steak in under 10 minutes. And so it's like, do I make like a fancy side, a dessert? But then I was like, ooh, what if I show off my like knife skills, like my technique, and I make a ratatouille, you know? Like that might be fun too.
God, you better tweet at Gordon Ramsay after that stream.
Oh, Zombie said, speaking of cooking stream, he's still thinking of ideas for me to cook. Zombie is some type of genius chef. He always has a lot of recipes. He was like, oh, if you do steak, you should do like some baby carrots and like a red wine reduction sauce. And I was like, that sounds hella good. But yeah, one of my other passions is I do love to cook. I think mainly it's because I love to eat delicious food, but I don't want to, again, spend the money to eat at a high-class quality restaurant, because you can get the same ingredients for cheaper, you know?
Yeah.
At home. So then the other part is literally just learning how to make it the way they do at the restaurants. So I don't know when this became a thing, but ever since, I don't know, like I want to say 5-6 years ago is when I really started taking cooking like seriously as a hobby. And I was like, you know, I love trying different recipes. I love making it look pretty, right? I had like a food Instagram for a while. I like baking. Love making macarons. That's the other thing. Macarons are so expensive and I wanted to try it. And I was like, why spend $3 on a macaron cookie at a bakery when, jokingly here, I can spend like $60 in supplies and make all the macarons I ever want in my entire life. Like, that's how my stupid brain will rationalize things sometimes. It's so funny.
I mean, honestly, that's kind of fair, though.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. If you are like in, I have to show you a picture of my macarons because I posted it on Twitter, and then I think I showed this to someone and they were like, "Are you like a professional baker? Like, is that your full-time job?" And I was like, "No, like, I work in a normal office." Do you allow links in your chat?
Yeah, probably. I can't remember.
Oh, I don't want to.
Most likely.
I don't want to get banned, but here we go. Okay, yeah, no. If you guys want to check it out, that is macarons that I made for a wedding. Like it was my friend's request, so I was like, all right, I'll make those macs for you.
Oh, those look good.
Yeah, so I was making those. It took me like it took so long to like mix the batter, bake it, because you can't bake the trays all at once. Like the thing with macarons is they're pretty finicky depending on the humidity in the kitchen and the baking temperature in the oven. So it has to go one tray at a time. And every time you finish a tray, you need to let the oven come back to temperature, so it does take a while, like pulling the trays in and out, like. And then doing the fillings also took a lot of time.
Hey, Sateru, how you doing?
Zombie said, just think, if I hadn't found my way here, you wouldn't get my plethora of cooking recipes and skills. So me finding my way here is a win-win for all. I agree, Zombie. I'm glad you're here and that you got gifted a sub and you're like, hey, I came here to thank whoever gifted me this sub. I came to check you out. I thought maybe it might be fun.
Honestly, that's my favorite way of finding people in the community. Just like somebody coming back to stream being like, wait, when the hell did I get a sub?
I know, right?
It's just like, hey,
so
welcome
cool.
in. What's up? You have some emotes. Use them.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm exhausted of all of my questions, except my final question, which is the most important, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this one.
I think I have too. I think I know what's coming.
It is the most important question. What do you have to say to those who aren't having a particularly good day or are in a bad time in life right now?
So I knew this question was coming, and I did like totally like think of an answer, and now I'm like silently freaking out and forgetting my answer. I feel like for anyone having a hard time or, you know, a bad day, like just remember that sometimes life is unfair. It's true. Life just sucks sometimes. But my life philosophy is you can't control what other people do around you. You can't control how others feel around you. But what you can control is yourself, right? You, yourself, your own emotions, and what you do. You're responsible for yourself. You can't be responsible for others. Others are not responsible for you. And reframing things in that mindset for me really puts the power back in my hands. So basically, like if I'm in a bad situation and I'm not feeling good about it, right? It's okay to get up and walk away. And if you're feeling bad, like it's okay to feel bad for a while, but just know like it shouldn't be a constant state. And if it is, you can start taking steps to feel better, whether that's, you know, talking to someone who, you know, will listen or seeking out professional help. It starts from you, and, you know, just know that you're always going to be your number one. You should be. You should not make someone else your number one in your life. It should always be yourself. Please, please, whether you're in my chat or you're in Dima's chat, please remember to take care of yourself first and foremost. And that's my advice.
It's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm glad you liked my advice. Yeah, honestly, that's like I would say it's my biggest life philosophy. You can't control others. So, you know, everything that happens, you have the power to make it stop. Just step away.
I feel that. That's how I am with driving. Life is honestly just like driving.
Yeah, and I think like for me, that's also why I like games that are more like, I do like multiplayer games. Like 14 and raiding is fun, but sometimes a little bit too much of the co-op, like, oh, let's raid together, and like people are making mistakes left and right and it's not me. I get kind of like angry and mad about it. But if I'm playing a game like Jump King, right? It's like I can't blame anyone but myself. And the solution is, you know, walk away from it, breathe, take a break, or like, duh, forehead, just get better. Like, you know, but you can't blame it on anybody else. It's just you. So.
Honestly, true.
Yeah.
As Nancy once said, if life gives you lemons, you take those lemons and peg life in the face with them. True.
Or, you know, the more delicious option, which is make a lemon curd and eat it with macarons.
Or the more delicious option, you just eat the lemon whole, like me.
That's gross. Are you one of those
What?
people who will like bite into a lemon and be like, "Oh, it's kind of
Yes.
sweet"? Oh no, no, absolutely not. Lemons are so sour.
I love the rinds of lemons and limes. You don't even know.
Blah, 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 blah. Nope, blah, blah, nope.
No, you want to hear some cringe stuff? My wife likes the rinds of kiwis.
The fuzzy stuff?
Well, I guess it's not
Yeah, the
normal, but,
fuzzy
like,
shit. That's
Blah.
yucky.
Yeah.
Blah,
Right?
blah, blah. Oh, thank you, Zombie, for thinking it's fun in here. We do have fun in the Puppy Kingdom. And Turret says, managing issues caused by other people's mistake is a life skill in itself. It's true. Yeah, kind
Well-
of dealing with the aftermath there.
Well, my brain's gone, and I have no more topics to talk about. Would you like to call it?
Yeah, we can call it here. Thank you so much for sharing, you know, your community with me. And I hope, you know, you guys in chat enjoyed Dima. If you really like him, give him a follow, please. Let me just shout him out again. Please, please, please. He is a good friend of the Puppy Kingdom.
Everybody, if you like Jump King and just RPG games in general, as well as chill vibes, just like my stream, definitely go check out Hema over at Hemafu.
Yeah, and before we end, I would just like to thank a couple people. It'll be real fast tonight. Just Ben, thank you for the follow. Frozen, thank you for the follow. Milkman, thank you for the follow. Jin, thank you for the raid. And Vaders, if you're still here, thank you so much. Or if you're lurking, thank you. Arctic, thank you for the gift sub to Gunny. I really appreciate you guys. Do we have a raid suggestion or like a raid target? Thank you for the save check, Turrent.
Usually on this show, I have you choose.
Oh, okay.
And if you have a raid message that you'd like, my stream will raid them as well and use the same message.
Okay,
Do a little
give
double
me-
raid type of thing.
Let me see. One of my in real life realsies friends is streaming right now, and he's a really chill streamer too. He's cozy. He does some voice acting sometimes. I don't know if it's like super serious, right? He's not a professional voice actor, but I do love like how cozy his streams are, and his community is really, really nice. So let me see what he's doing, because it looks like he's playing Genshin, but I don't know for how long. But we can oh, you know what? I think he might be doing the new quest that's out. Hold on, let me unmute so I can hear him.
How long are you streaming tonight? Welcome in, Hemafu. How are you doing? Can we get a shout out for our good friend? I don't know. I just started at 7. Probably at least 2 hours.
Okay. It
We'll
says
see, we'll
he
see.
says he's gonna stream
Thank you for
about
shouting
2
out,
hours. So
Shouting out Hemafu.
I think it would be
Good, we're
really
going to-
good
Okay,
to
sounds
drop our community in there, because he's chill
Spoiler
and he's
alert,
a
we're
great
about to
friend.
get raided.
His name is
the
Rohan
whole team
Kenobi.
is
Let
Star
me
Shines on the
message
hour
it
of
to
our
you.
raid. Very interesting.
So that's his
Welcome.
name.
Yeah,
And
welcome.
then
And
for
welcome.
not Pat, but thank you, Umaibo. He is also a great friend in this channel. Thank you for shouting at him out. He's also amazing.
This is how we welcome raiders. Maybe this is how we welcome
So my sub-raid message is
Princess
with all the emotes. You can find it in my chat, Dima. And then for followers or lurkers, you can use this one, which has the free motes with real-life doggies, because I love dogs. As you all know now, I was once a dog myself, so I love dogs.
So I could be waiting here for a minute.
Raid message up on my stream as well.
Okay, thank you for the shout out, Umaibo. I really appreciate it.
I really like her
Okay,
eyes.
so
These
the raid
dogs are
is
more-
starting.
Reddish, almost black with,
Thank
like,
you
the
guys
blue and
so
then
much for
it's
sticking around. I know this format was, different than usual, but I really appreciate you guys for coming in and hanging out. Thank you, Dima, for giving me this chance to, use your platform. And I hope that both our communities have grown from this. And as
hope so
always,
too,
you
but-
guys, please
I
be
posted
happy,
that
be
picture
healthy, and please be
it's
kind to
basically
others
Ayaka
and to yourself. Okay?
With their hairstyle swapped.
All right,
And, like,
should we
everyone's like,
take
"Yo,
this
sure,
party
she can
over?
pull off either hairstyle."
Give me a second, I just
Cannot
had to write out the
And like his eyes are all
raid message.
Yeah, of
squinted,
course.
it was so
And I don't know if you have any
Mine's a bit
closing words
scuffed
for your
compared to
stream, but
yours.
please feel free.
Ryu, welcome in. How's it going?
Of course, of course. Everybody, thank you so much for coming to Dima's Delve
Thank you for
episode
shouting out our good friend. Thank you.
16, 17, I don't know. Episode Hemafu. Princess, thank you so much for joining me on this, and
I like Ayato.
I really hope to play 14 with you again.
Of
It'll be a
course.
good time.
All right. Goodbye, you guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for coming. Bye.